with Farwell, they need to look at all his interaction with other
Yes.
females that he's had cases against. Can you imagine, if he was investigating rape cases, if he was investigating child molestation cases, child pornography cases, all of these sorts of cases that he could have had his hand in, and did he manipulate or otherwise, hurt those investigations? They
Yeah.
need to go back and look at everything with Farwell and all these decisions that were made, Tony. It's
Yeah.
it's sickening. I know it has to really be sickening to somebody, like you
Oh my
and all
God.
the members of your audience that
Yeah.
follow true crime that are just thinking now anything's possible because this happened.
I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I cannot imagine. I mean, it's like these are the fears that I have. When you send them out to go do something, and you're not the one supervising, and you just hope that the people that are out there. And you would think in something like this, it's the Police Explorer program. What's going to happen? But people thought the same thing of sending their kids to Sunday school and Catholic church too. It's these places where these predators can hide undetected amongst a lot of good people. I'm never like everybody's bad, but these are the places that these people hide, and we need to have a better system of vetting, of continuing to vet even after they're in and hired, to make sure that somebody didn't get past check one and now by check three, now we really see their true colors. It's just shocking in this case because it does seem allegedly like there might be some other people involved here. And if you got that circle of that kind of surrounds you and insulates you, it just allows this sort of crap to continue on.
Yeah, and Tony, it would be so simple. What the FBI does, and it works like a charm, whether you believe in it or not, meaning generally speaking, if people believe in it or not, is you polygraph people.
Mhm.
You put them on the box and you ask questions just like that. Have you ever sexually molested anybody? Have you ever, engaged in viewing child pornography? Have you ever committed a felony? These are the questions, and agents, if you have clearances, top secret or other major clearances, you have to take a polygraph every 3 years to
Mhm.
make sure you haven't done anything in the interim, right?
Yeah.
And to get hired, you need that. You know how much money that would take? It would take probably about $500
Yeah.
to have a polygrapher who's a retired FBI agent who has no affiliation with the department to come in and give an hour-long exam. And I actually have one on my or a polygrapher that I interviewed and did a on my show on Break the Case with, and he's amazing, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
But they need it in Massachusetts, and they need it bad right now. I think I'd polygraph everybody in my whole department and see what's really going on and
Yeah.
weed out the weeds.
I think that's a wonderful idea. How scared do you think some of these departments are of doing that, though? Of what they will uncover?
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because what is important is public safety, is that
Mhm.
the public over there seemingly, what I never knew until I started looking at the Karen Reed case. No one has any regard for law enforcement there. They think everyone that is crooked. The person could be the straightest person, and
Yeah.
because they have a badge on, they think they're crooked. So, what better way to instill some sense of
Yeah.
understanding and belief in these people than to conduct some sort of investigation and require polygraph tests, whatever,
Mhm.
every 10 years, every 5 years. But
Yeah.
you got to do it when you onboard somebody. It's a no brainer.
Do you need the leadership though to want to do that and be willing to do that? And I think that's where I think we're running into a lot of issues because sometimes that leadership knows about some things, or in some cases, maybe involved in some things, and they know exactly where those cracks are. And if we take a magnifying glass, we're going to find out how those cracks were made. But it needs to be done regardless. Yeah, it's just so scary to see a case like this, and there's so many of them. This is just one we heard about. This is one that got caught.
Well, this is going to have far reaching tentacles, I think. And, once the Bureau gets into something, they got into the Karen Reed case, the judge said something near 4,000 pages of investigation. Now, what they found there was a bunch of dirty messages.
Mhm.
That was about it.
Sure.
But what's going to happen on this one? Oh my goodness! I think we're going to see a far-reaching. People's heads are going to roll, whether it's criminal or whether it's because of just sheer negligence. Somebody has to pay the piper on this one. We have a dead woman and who was pregnant, two dead souls, and it's just horrible.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to follow us wherever you download podcasts, and especially Apple Podcasts, where you can get advanced episode and premium content on our premium channel right there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any breaking updates on the stories that matter to you most. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Brueski, and you'll find us right there. Again, thanks for watching.